Sometimes, life knocks you down flat, just so you can learn to rise higher than ever before. The year was 2001. The Australian team, the ruthless, extremely dangerous, in fact, highly believed to be invincible Australian team. Yes, the one that was led by Steve Waugh, that consisted of his brother Mark Waugh, Shane Warne, Glenn McGrath, Matthew Hayden, Ricky Ponting, Adam Gilchrist, just to name a few. Yes, that is the side that was visiting India. They were not just dominant, they were unstoppable, and everybody believed so. They entered India with 16 test wins in a row. Yes, you heard it right, 16 test matches, undefeated. Not only undefeated, but victorious in all 16 of them. An incredible feat. A cricketing machine with absolutely no mercy. The first test took place in Mumbai. India was crushed. Australia won pretty comfortably with 10 wickets in the end.
That's it. Australia have won 16 test matches in a row.
A comprehensive 10-wicket win for the Australians.
India and Indians' hopes were completely shattered. Nobody believed that India could even compete with this Australian side. The next battlefield was the Eden Gardens in Kolkata. There was honestly very little to no hope. Australia came out blazing as always.
Steve Waugh.
That's a fine shot from Steve Waugh. A little bit of width offward by Vink.
Runs flowed literally like bullets from a machine gun.
Oh, 4 runs again. Pitched up and smashed down.
445 in the first innings. Tremendous pressure on India. India comes out to bat. First innings, bowled out for just 171. Again, a very depressing environment in the team hotel, in the dressing room, and all across India. The team hotel was absolutely silent. It was as if the team was just waiting for the test match to somehow get over and maybe lose by less than 10 wickets this time. A few players had already started packing their bags, believing that they'd probably have to take the flight the next day, which was at the end of the 4th day, because India honestly wasn't likely to survive the 4th day. And it was almost a certain innings defeat that we were staring at. It was a follow-on that India had to do, which means to bat again on the same pitch, the same ground, and the same match, 2 innings one after another, and Australia will of course bat in the end. The openers do give India a solid start, but both of them are unable to convert the starts into bigger scores. This time, at number 3, walks in a batter who usually batted at number 6. And the usual number 3 Rahul Dravid, who had been kind of out of form for some time, was asked by the Indian coach John Wright to bat at 6 now. So at 3 walks in a man who had never been called a match winner, often in and out of the team. Respected certainly, but never feared. His name? VVS Laxman. So that morning, after a gritty 59-run knock in the first innings, which was the highest from the Indian side, coach John Wright told him,
VVS, you're going to bat at number 3. Don't take your pads off.
Because he was the one who was out in the very end of the first innings, and now he had to again walk in at number 3 in the second innings. So there was no point of getting the pads off. Because he looked the most comfortable. Because his wrists could make Shane Warne dance. Because India needed a wall before the wall. Laxman did his duty at number 3 very well. Sachin unfortunately came out at 4 but got out pretty early.
In the air, and that's out. He's caught behind.
At 5 came the captain Sourav Ganguly. He stitched a pretty good partnership with VVS, taking India from 115 for 3 to 232 for 4. But he too perished at 48. Then walks in the usual number 3 at number 6 this time, Rahul Dravid. Time literally stopped. Hour after hour, over after over. Glenn McGrath's glare faded. Shane Warne's magic with the wrists fizzled. These two batters defined what it meant to be walls of Indian cricket. They just set themselves on the pitch and decided just not to budge. They continued to look comfortable and bat at ease. Every shot from Laxman's bat, a cover drive like silk.
Oh, good shot.
A flick through mid-wicket like poetry. The crowd's cheer kept on getting louder and louder. Laxman, Laxman, Laxman. But it wasn't easy for him. His back was throbbing and cramps biting into his legs. And yet, his face stayed absolutely calm, like an artist lost in his own masterpiece. In the dressing room, nobody sat anymore. All the players were on their feet, out in the balcony, eyes fixed, but hearts racing. They were witnessing history being created. A batting masterclass, a partnership masterclass by the two walls of Indian cricket. A journalist would later write, "This wasn't cricket, this was a rebellion." By the time the scoreboard froze, it read 281. Not the team score, but just one individual's. Guess who? VVS, or very special Laxman. The highest follow-on score in Test cricket history. India had done the impossible. With 657 runs at the loss of 7 wickets on the board, India declared. Australia now had a mammoth task at hand. But still you knew that this Australian side could probably even chase this down. But then began the magic of two Indian spinners. One, the legend Harbhajan Singh.
It's up in the air, taken.
Bowling phenomenally well and picking 6 wickets.
In the air and got it. And again he's got it. That's the end of Gillespie. He went.
On the other hand, it was Sachin Tendulkar with his occasional leg spin and occasional off spin, picking 3 wickets.
And it's a big shout. He's out. The umpire has given him out. Matthew Hayden come.
Both of them made sure that Australia was rattled for 212. Yes.
Given him. That's the end of the Test match. India have won. India have won in dramatic style. The whole of Bengal are on their feet. The series has been levelled. That is, well, what a victory. The third team in 1,535 Test matches to win a Test.
India winning this Test match comfortably. The invincible, unstoppable, ruthless, dangerous, scary Australian side beaten black and blue in India. Their 16-match streak shattered, and in a pretty stylish manner. That day, VVS Laxman did not just score runs, he brought himself back to life. And with that, the entire team, the entire nation, back to life. Indian fans started believing that India could again dominate world cricket. This was, of course, in the aftermath of 2000 match-fixing scandal, after which the graph of Indian cricket kept on going lower and lower. But this counter-attack from VVS Laxman made sure that Indian cricket took off like never before. 281, therefore, wasn't just a number and will never be. It will always be remembered as the resurrection of not just one career, but a nation and its cricket history, cricket future. If cricket runs in your veins, you cannot miss any of our stories. Please do subscribe, like this video, comment which story you'd like to hear next, and check out our other stories. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.